There was a kind of an atmosphere of Puritanism in England because Queen Victoria had lost her husband and everybody was miserable and she wanted everybody to be miserable. She dressed in black. And there was a culture that you couldn't really enjoy yourself. You weren't meant to enjoy yourself. Oscar Wilde was an Irish playwright and poet and raconteur and personality. He was a man long ahead of his time. It's a tragic story, the Wilde story. That's another reason why I like it, because it's full of drama and tragedy and has everything. He said that he put his talent into his work and his genius into his life, and it is a genius of a life.
So the American College of Dublin started in 1993 when the then President of Dublin University, Donald Ross, was looking to find a study abroad location so that students at Lynn University could have the opportunity to study abroad and get that sort of life experience. Oscar Wilde brings a lot of, I suppose, weight to some of our programs like creative writing. The fact that you get to study in Oscar Wilde's childhood home and study the art of writing is quite a thing, and a lot of people feel quite a strong connection as a result of doing that.
I think that any student coming to this house can't fail to be inspired by the fact that you are literally studying in the house where Wilde grew up.
That's, I suppose, really his legacy, is that creative element. So anybody who's using those kind of skills, I think he would be more than happy to see them in the house and taking use of it.
He has these essays called The Decay of Lying, and in that essay he talks about whether art imitates nature or nature imitates art. And this idea that if landscapes exist and people appreciate a beautiful landscape or a beautiful vista when they look at it, but they only appreciate it because they've seen paintings of artists making that beautiful.
The idea of travelling to another country and getting another insight into various different subjects, I think is very beneficial to anybody, no matter what line of work you're in.
So it's kind of proto-quantum idea that a thing doesn't exist until you look at it, until a human being takes it into his consciousness and makes it real. Up until then, it's not real. I think any creativity within these walls would please him. Because he was very much into helping other artists. When he went to the USA, what he did when he got there was he would go around and he would look at the museums and he would talk to local artists and he would find things that he liked. And then he would go on stage that night and say, look, you're here to see me, but there's also this guy who is in your very midst. And he's a brilliant artist, or this lady who's a brilliant designer. And he would promote local artists and tell people in each town in America where he went what they were overlooking.
I think the biggest takeaway is that education is important and always be learning.